Good morning. We have arrived at Monday, mid-September already, just a week away from the start of fall. Can you believe it? So I have the chair set up. We're setting up for chair yoga. Join me at the mat. Good morning. We've arrived at Monday. It is the 14th of September. We are halfway through the month of September already, 1 week away from the beginning of fall. It's hard to believe. But as promised, every Monday I bring you chair yoga. And some people think of chair yoga as a yoga for people that cannot stand, a yoga for people that are weak and need to build up to other forms of yoga, or considered a more easy yoga. Some of that's true, not all of it is true. I often say that chair yoga is a nice opportunity to focus on things in a different way. And I never would have known that until I started teaching it myself. So I invite you to join me for today's yoga, which is focused on Visshudha, the throat chakra. So this entire week, all of our classes are going to be concentrated on Visshudha, the throat chakra. So every Monday morning, we do chair yoga at 6 a.m. Every Monday evening at 8 p.m., delivered live on Facebook and through Zoom. We have a meditation hour from 8 to 9 p.m. called Getting Ready for Bed Yoga. Every Wednesday, we have gentle floor yoga. Every Thursday, we have traditional Hatha Vinyasa flow. And every Saturday, we have power yoga brought to you from the treasure box. So let's go ahead and get started today. So go ahead and sit back and let me talk to you a little bit about Visshudha. Visshudha is in the color of turquoise blue. My shirt isn't quite the color of it today, but I decided to wear blue in honor of Visshudha. The blue shirt I normally wear is in the laundry, but it's located right here. And you can imagine that this chakra governs anything that's connected to the neck. So the thyroid, the parathyroid, all those structures. Your breathing, the element associated with it is air, or akasha, or ether rather, not air, but ether, akasha. So all that's around you, right? The mantra that you might say in this would be something like, I speak my truth, or I speak. We can go into the Sanskrit chants that you can use, but if you don't speak Sanskrit and you're not used to doing that type of meditation, it might be easier to just visualize, I speak, or I speak my truth. All of the 7 energy centers of this body are connected to the throat chakra. So it is very important that you be able to speak your truth. This chakra governs communication, communication that is verbal, that is not verbal. And you've probably known many people in your life space that when they suppressed the truth, there were emotional and physical consequences as a result of that. Think of maybe relationships that are affected, your own personal self-worth perhaps being affected, your mental wellness, what happens when we have to suppress, what kinds of inner conflicts and outer conflicts might we experience as a result of that, what is the cascade of stress and the physical effects of stress upon the body. We could go on and on about it. So this throat chakra, getting it into balance, is all about expressing your truth. And when you don't, you might expect difficulties in this whole general region of the body, the neck, headaches, shoulder pain, thyroid disorders, hormonal imbalances, all connected to the throat chakra. And I'm guilty of that. I'm not sure why exactly, but I am kind of a lifelong neck pain sufferer, and I have been suffering for the last 6 months or so with kind of a recurring thing. And I'm working on my posture, and I am working on strengthening all the muscles in my upper back to see if that's it. I think actually some of it may be tendonitis of the elbow revolving into the shoulder, but you'll notice that in our practices, I do a lot of neck opening, partly for my benefit, but because I know a lot of people have that issue. So the kinds of poses that you would see in this type of concentration on the throat chakra and on Visshudha would be things that open up the neck, open up the throat, loosen up the shoulders. So everything from the shoulders up is fair game with Visshudha. But everything's connected. So remember that if you're going to loosen up the shoulders, you also loosen up the hips. So you will see a more balanced routine that includes both of those things. So to start off, I invite you to sit up, sit nice and tall. And maybe just to begin, why don't you sit all the way back in your chair and push your shoulders up against the chair. And really focus on pressing your shoulders back and pulling them down as you create space and rise the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Whenever you're feeling back pain at work, this is a good practice to use the support of your chair or even a wall to remind you to move into your back plane, take up lots of space in the back, create space, create expansion, drop your shoulders and push them back against. This creates absolutely perfect alignment of the spine, allowing your shoulders to sit comfortably over your hips. And then start to create an open energy channel by breathing in and out of your nose and allowing the breath to generate from the belly. We have breathing in the belly. We have breathing up high in the chest. We want our breathing to be down here. So place your hand on your belly. Place your hand on your chest. As you inhale, expand your belly. And as you exhale, draw the belly in against the spine. If you feel your chest moving, this is a reminder to return your breath back to the belly. This alone can be a meditative practice where you center your attention on only breathing in the belly. Continue breathing in and out of the belly. And observe what happens with your shoulders while you breathe. Can you tell your shoulders to stay back and down? Or do they want to climb up to your ears? How much can you expand the belly without involving any of the chest? Can you relax your arms and hands? Are you holding tension anywhere else? How about your neck? Are you able to rise the crown of your head up to the ceiling while at the same time allowing your shoulders to fall down and back and maintain relaxation in your shoulders and arms? Now, as you inhale, grow your breath up your spine. And in order to grow your breath, you'll need to expand your ribs and expand your collarbone. While you are doing that, can you maintain a relaxed experience or sensation in your neck and in your shoulders and in your arms and hands? As you breathe in and out, chant to yourself either silently or out loud, "I speak my truth." When we breathe deeply like this, we allow energy to flow where it's meant to be. We allow it to flow with freedom. We bring nourishing breath and nourishing blood flow. We soften our tissues as we strengthen our skeleton. We bring blood flow to the brain. We sharpen our senses. We calm our nervous system. When we calm our nervous system, we release tension. And when we stop holding tension, we start allowing our skeleton and our muscles to return to the alignment that they need to be in, that they're meant to be in. Let's go ahead, maintaining this relaxation in the shoulders, relaxing the arms and hands, keeping our neck supple and fluid. Let's start to move the neck. Let's, on the inhale, grow the crown high to the ceiling. And on the exhale, drop your chin. Don't move your shoulders, keep them in place. Inhale, raise your head up. Exhale, dip your head back, leading with your chin up to the ceiling. Exhale, dip your head forward. Inhale, dip your head back. Exhale, dip it forward. Inhale, dip your head back. And then exhale, dip it forward. Lift your head up. Tilt your head to the right. And then exhale, rise to center. Inhale, tilt to the left. Exhale, rise to the center. Inhale. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, tilt to the left, right. Inhale, rise to the center. And then exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, rise to the center. Inhale, turn your head to the right. Exhale, go all the way to the other side, to the left. Inhale, turn to the right. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, turn to the right. Exhale, turn to the left. Turn to neutral, facing forward. Inhale. Drop your chin to your chest and circle to the right. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down. And exhale to the left. Continue circling to the right, keeping your shoulders relaxed and down. Inhale, shoulder to the right. Exhale to the left, remembering to keep your shoulders relaxed and down. And just keep on doing circles at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling through your circle. Let's reverse the order of that. Starting with your chin to chest, inhale to the left. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you exhale to the right and down. One more inhale to the left. And then exhale to the right. Go ahead and sit up. And notice how you feel. Observe any sensations you have. Are you still holding tension? Breathing in and out of your belly and your nose. Release that tension. Now let's go ahead and move into cat-cow in a seated position. Place your hands on your thighs. Inhale your tailbones back and your heart center forward. And then exhale, reverse that, drawing your chin to chest, rounding your shoulders, pulling the back of your spine to the back of the chair. Inhale, drawing the heart center forward, allowing your sits bones to float back. Exhale, reverse that order, drawing your spine back to the back of the chair. Inhale, bring your heart center forward, allowing your sits bones to float back. And then exhale, reverse that order. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more inhale forward. And then exhale, return to neutral spine. Place your left hand on the chair. And then go ahead and just tilt your head to the right, creating space, dropping your shoulders, particularly dropping your left shoulder as you tilt your head to the right. Just releasing, dissolving any tension from the neck and the shoulder. And then scoot slightly to the left of your chair. Place your right hand on your chair and tilt your head to the left, dropping both shoulders, especially dropping your right shoulder. Go ahead and rise up. And then let's place our left hand on the chair, bring our right hand out to the side, alongside our right ear, and then tilt to the left. Seated, Ardha Chandrasana, seated half moon pose. A big stretch from your right hip all the way to your wrist. Rise up. Place your right hand on the chair. Scoot over to the left slightly. Placing your right hand on the chair, bring your left hand out to the side. Bring your left arm up alongside your left ear and tilt to the right. Again, a fantastic, fabulous stretch from your left hip bone all the way to your wrist as you tilt to the right. Rise up. Place your left hand down. Scoot a little bit more forward on your chair so that your sit bones are on the chair, but your thighs are not. Place your hands on top of your thighs, and let's do some circles of our shoulders. Again, I remind you that in honor of this chakra, concentrating on the throat, really focus on, as you move your shoulders, don't create tension. Relax. Tell yourself to relax all of those muscles so that you have fluid movement. So bring your shoulders forward and up, and then bring them back down. And on the inhale, bring them forward and up, and then bring them back down, circling them down on your back. Continue to do the circular motion. And remember not to create tension as you do this. Really tell those muscles to relax. Good morning, pose. Let's reverse that order. Now bring them on the inhale, back and up, and then forward and down. Go ahead and continue to do that, breathing at your own pace, remembering to inhale as you go backwards and exhale as you go forwards. Let's do one more. Go ahead and pause. Again, take the time to tell the shoulders, tell the neck, tell all the muscles supporting the head to relax. A lot of chronic neck pain in our society is related to stress. And that stress may very well come from not speaking our truth, not living our truth. So it's very important that you be authentic with yourself, that you be real with yourself, that you give yourself permission to speak your truth, that you be your own best advocate. And in doing so, you free yourself up. Let's engage in some gentle spinal twists. leading with the heart center. What I want you to do is just leave your hands for now on your legs and turn your body. Drawing your right shoulder back as you bring your left shoulder forward. And then when you feel like you have twisted as far as you can go, take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right thigh and anchor yourself as you twist a little bit more deeply. Continue to draw the right shoulder down as you draw it backwards in space. Create length in the spine, drawing the crown of your head up high to the ceiling. If you want, you may twist your head a little bit and look backwards, but don't crane your neck. Inhale, and then on the exhale, unravel that very gently. Starting in our neutral forward-facing position. Inhale, and then on the exhale, draw your left shoulder back as you draw your right shoulder forward and turn your entire body to the left, keeping your hands stationary. Drawing your left shoulder back and down. And when you feel you have turned as far as you can, draw your right hand across your body on the outside of your left thigh and use it to anchor you as you twist a little bit more deeply. And if you want, you can look out over your left shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale, return very slowly back to neutral. Let's do a couple of cat-cows to release any tension. Inhale, sits bones floating back as you bring your heart center forward. And then exhale, curl your spine back to your chair. Inhale, bring your heart center forward, floating your sits bones back. And then exhale, bring your spine back. One more inhale. And then exhale, return to neutral. Take your right leg, cross it over your left leg. We're going to do eagle today. We haven't done eagle in a while. Eagle is all in the shoulders, but it's also in the gaze. Go ahead, create robot arms. Take your right arm and put it underneath your left arm. Lift your shoulders up. As you lift your shoulders up, create a gaze that is beyond your arms, off in the distance. I'm looking out on the right side of my arms. And I just find a fixed point, a fixed object. And while you're doing this, while you're drawing your shoulders forward and up, move your back into your back plane and make sure that your head is stacked perfectly over your shoulders. Breathe in and out of your belly. One more inhale. On your exhale, fold into your eagle. This stretches out the spine without creating a lot of stress and creates a nice micro stretch along the outside of your right hip. Again, this is something you can do anytime, anywhere you need to release tension. Go ahead and rise up on the inhale. Exhale, gently unravel your arms, place them back down. Place your right foot on the floor. Take your left foot and cross it over your right leg. You can just leave it hanging. There's no tension needed. You don't need to try to wrap it around. Create our robot arms again, and now we're going to bind our arms in the opposite direction. So take our left arm underneath our right. Place our hands together in eagle pose. Lifting your arms up and forward as you pull your shoulders back and down. Finding a fixed point beyond your arms, I'm looking out now over the left side. And just find a fixed point and concentrate your gaze. Sitting up nice and tall, pulling your shoulders back as you draw your arms forward. And then go ahead and fold into that. And that same stretch you had on the other side, now you have it on the left side. Go ahead and rise up. And then gently unravel your arm. Take a moment, uncross your legs, square off your feet. Take a moment to allow your shoulders to drop. Allow the crown of your head to grow tall to the ceiling. And just assess, what do you feel? Have you managed to remove any tension from the shoulders and from the neck? Does your back feel healthy? Does it feel like you have open movement of breath up and down your spine? Now let's place our hands on our shoulders. And I want you to concentrate on pulling your shoulder blades together on your spine, pinching them together as if you have a pencil back there. And then let's go ahead and do kind of side crunches back and forth. So I want you to tilt to the right, rise up, tilt to the left. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Continue to work your shoulders back and down while you're doing this. And you go ahead and do this at your own pace. Let's go ahead and stop in the center. And let's do what we call seated mountain pose. Take your hands up overhead as if you're creating like a point. And that's the top of the mountain. And go ahead and rise that up, but keep your arms bent. And while your arms are bent like this, also go ahead and draw your shoulders back and down. Pull your belly button into your spine. Stack your shoulders over your hips, moving your body back in space, moving the crown of your head back in space so that your shoulder, your head, your cranium is stacked perfectly over your shoulders. And just hold this for a moment, feeling all the strengthening that's going on, feeling strong in this pose. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly let your hands down. And let's go ahead and fold over our hips. Place our hands on our feet. And what I want you to do next is we're going to strengthen these back muscles by just lifting, keeping our hands down. Our arms are kind of wrapped around our shins. Our fingers are on top of our feet. Your sit bones might be slightly off of your chair as you lean forward. That's okay, but your body is leaning on top of your legs. And just go ahead, keeping your shoulders down, lift up your head and neck, and then release them. Inhale, lift up your head and neck, keeping your shoulders down and back, and then release them. This is like we're mimicking Sphinx pose or Cobra, only we're sitting, and then release. Inhale up, lifting up the head and neck, keeping the shoulders in place, and then release. And then lift it up again. Take your hands out to the sides. And then lift up the neck and the head again, keeping your shoulders in this position, keeping your arms parallel to the floor. And just feel that isometric toning going on. And then maybe you want to pull your shoulders together in kind of a pulsating motion, which works all those back muscles. Okay, hold that for a moment. And then release and allow it all to melt down. Allowing your head to drop, allowing your crown to drop, still laying across your legs, dissolving any tension out of the neck and shoulders. Now, if you want, we're going to separate our legs. And go ahead and just drop your torso in between your legs. Keep your spine strong and straight. So don't round your spine. And just allow your whole torso to fall between your legs, but keep your crown of your head kind of moving forward, your heart center drawing towards the floor. And just allow a stretch from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. And the more open your hips are, the more your body might fall. So you can allow your body to naturally fall, but do not round your lower back. Continue to move your sit bones back in space as you allow your heart center and your crown perhaps to drop. Go ahead and wiggle your head, shake out any tension. And then placing your hands on your knees, draw your shoulder blades together as you rise up. Ah, doesn't that feel good? Now let's do a little bit of spinal twisting. So placing your left hand on the floor next to your left foot. Go ahead and place your right hand on your right hip and twist to the back. If you want to, you can raise your hand up in space. Go ahead and place your hand back down. Switch sides. Place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Place your left hand on your left hip. And twist. Bring your left hand up to the ceiling if you want to. Go ahead and return your left hand to your left hip. Go back down. Place both hands on the blocks. Place your hands on your feet, anchoring your elbows against your knees. Draw the crown of your head forward, bringing your shoulders back, creating extension and length in your spine. And just feel that. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, go ahead and rise up. So our final portion of our practice today is going to be doing simple 5-minute meditation. Let's choose Savasana, sitting up in the chair today. So what I want you to do is do what you did before at the beginning of practice. Move your back against the chair. Pull your shoulders all the way back to the chair and allow them to relax against the chair. Make sure that your sacrum, your lower back, is also in firm contact with the chair. Your middle back probably won't be if you have a strong arch in your back, and that's okay. I don't need you to press your whole back against the chair. I just want you to press your shoulders back against the chair, and if other parts naturally follow, that's acceptable. Returning to the breath, I want you to inhale in and out of your nose. And I want the breath to come from your belly. And while you are focusing on the breath, I want you to start to do a scan of your body from the crown of your head all the way to your feet. I want for you to first concentrate on the crown. Inhale and then exhale, relaxing all of the muscles of the crown of your head. And then draw your attention to your eyes, allowing them to relax and fall deeply into the sockets. And then draw your attention to all of your facial muscles, your forehead, the muscles across the bridge of your nose, your cheeks. Gently remind all of those muscles to relax. Draw your attention to your jaw, to your neck. Allow your jaw to become slack. If you're holding any tension, like your tongue against the roof of your mouth, release it. Gently remind all of the muscles of your neck, in the back of the neck and in the front, to relax. Next, draw your attention to your collarbones and to your chest muscles and your shoulders. Remind your shoulders to fall down, to hold no tension. Remind your arms and your hands to relax. Drawing your attention to your torso, continue to breathe in and out of your belly, but do so freely without tension. Draw your attention to your hips and your thighs, allowing them to relax and release any tension you may be holding. Draw your attention to your knees and your calf muscles, your shins, and relax all of those muscles. Finally, relax all of the muscles of your feet and your ankles. And hold this relaxed Savasana in your chair for 5 minutes. I invite you to join me back in the presence as we wrap up our morning yoga. Go ahead and sit near the front of your chair. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale your hands out and down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale your hands out and down. And then one more inhale, hands out and up. Exhale your hands to Ajna, your third eye, and then to Anahata, the heart center. Thank you for joining me this morning as we explore Visshudha. We will repeat a lot of this tonight actually in meditation because it's perfect for meditation. So I invite you to join us at 8 o'clock for meditation, getting ready for bed yoga. The light in me joins the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste.